Hi, and welcome to Never Too Early. They say it takes a village to raise a child, but when your child is born prematurely, it takes an entire ecosystem to save one. As I look back on the last 3 years, I realized that our story isn't just about my son's resilience or my endurance. It's about a massive, dedicated network of people who stepped in when we were at our most fragile. This episode is about them, the medical teams, the NICU staff, and the hidden champions who work behind the scenes. I quickly learned that the NICU isn't just an hospital department, but it's a place that runs on a very special kind of heart, one you will find in every person working there. To the nurses, I remember the pride and the sheer confidence you carried, the kind that only comes from deep experience and believing in what you do. I'll never forget one of my favorite nurses telling me, I have to advocate for these little babies in the incubator because they can't speak for themselves. Everything else comes second. I also saw how younger nurses were there working diligently while building experience. Some of them were even studying to become lawyers and doctors, inspired by what they saw on the floor to change the system from a different angle. I saw such purposeful people around my son. Because of that, I was able to go out of the hospital door every night and leave my baby behind, knowing in my heart that he is safe. Thank you. There were nurse strikes early in our NICU stay, but despite that, you were there. You still showed up for those little lives that you were responsible for. It was so frustrating to see that people who are doing such important work, literally keeping tiny human lives, have to strike for fair pay and decent working conditions. And there are the crypto bros of the world, some of them making millions of things that feel so pointless in comparison. The gap between the value of the work and the reward from the system is staggering. And to the doctors, I truly respected your dedication and calmness. Coming from the tech bubble where egos can often be much larger than products, it was incredibly refreshing to see a world with almost no ego between the person and the work. You were simply there to do your honest work, using your knowledge and skill to keep these tiny babies alive. Thank you. In fact, witnessing all of that in the NICU broke me out of the tech bubble that I was in for such long time. For a while after the NICU journey, the world of tech startups and disruptive tech looked very silly to me. When you've watched people literally save lives with bare hands and unwavering dedication without any room for an ego to blow up, things like market share, company valuation, and investment rounds really lose their sparkle. While the doctors and nurses were saving the babies, there was another team saving the parents. To the family consultants and the music therapist, you're like big sisters holding my hand and leading me through the foggy path on those gray days. You guided us through the maze of German paperwork, the insurance hurdles, and the endless administrative arrangements. You brought music into the room and transformed the beeping sound of the monitor into melodies. But more than that, you all offered an emotional sanctuary. Those warm chats and check ins lightened my heart every single time. Thank you. And to the cleaning staff, you showed me what mothers do for other mothers. It wasn't your job to check in on me or my baby, but you did it anyway. Every time you came into the room with a warm hello, I felt like I was talking to my aunt. When I was struggling with a crying baby, you would give me an advice on what I could do. You went out of your way to make a sterile hospital room into a human space. Thank you. And they're the people that I never met, but whose work was everywhere. To the researchers developing treatments and the engineers who designed these miraculous machines. To the mothers who donate their breast milk and the companies and the people making specialized products for preemies. To the emergency dispatchers and the ambulance crew, and to the companies and the people producing hospital supplies and the ones who deliver them to the wards. To the knitting and sewing clubs who donate little toys and clothes to the NICU. And to everyone whose roles and layers of work that happen in the background but impossible to do without. You are all so busy that you probably don't have time to stop and think about the impact you make. You are literally saving lives every day. On behalf of all preemie parents, I want to say thank you. I saw how your work touches so many little lives, and I am ever so grateful. To NICU teams and hidden champions around the world, thank you. We preemie parents have seen the special kind of heart it takes to do what you do. We see the weight you carry. You save so many lives, therefore, you save so many families. Thank you for everything you do. I've tried to express my gratitude with little cards and gifts and words to the NICU team that care for us, but I've realized there's really nothing I can say or give that will ever truly show how grateful I am. A simple thank you will never ever be enough for this, but here I want to say it again anyway. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is Never Too Early. I'll see you in the next one.